And gentlemen, it could well be decision time. The Glory Hunter.
Roma have risen from their ruins!
So guys, welcome back to another episode of the Glory Hunter. And I literally just recorded this one straight after recording the last one. I'll show you our results quickly and then I'll tell you what I mean by decision time. So we drew 0-0 with Empoli. Tammy missed a penalty. It was just a disaster. And then beat Udinese 3-0, although we did score 2 late goals in that game. You've got Leipzig and Inter Milan in this game. Now, the reason why I say it might be decision time, in the last episode, I said I was going to look at the jobs and I forgot. So literally 2 minutes after ending the recording, I decided to look at the jobs. And well, would you believe the Barcelona job is available? Now, will we get it? I don't know. Will we be even offered it? I don't know. Their squad excites me a lot. They'd have a lot of money to spend. I could make any changes I wanted. We could get in, knock Spain out in a year, potentially have a chance to win the Champions League. And we might be more attractive for the bigger jobs, leaving from Barcelona to a Man City, Liverpool, PSG, Bayern Munich, etc., 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 than we would do leaving from a Roma. However, we keep dropping points in the league, so I don't know if we're going to win the league. We could well not win the Europa League. Let's see how this tie goes first. The Europa League is not a problem because I can join a bigger club later in the save who's in the Europa League and win it. I don't want to say easier, but have a bit more freedom to win it. A bit more squad depth and quality than what we've got at Roma. But it means we may have to come back to Italy, maybe back to Rome, maybe back to another club to win the Italian Cup. Now, do I want to spend a whole year at Roma next? Do I want to turn down Barcelona if they even offer it to us? Do I want to turn down Barcelona? Bearing in mind, I'd like to point out we haven't even had an interview yet, right? I'm merely speculating. Do we turn down a chance to manage a club like Barcelona, play a whole nother season to win the Italian Cup, lose again, and be like, right, okay, we want to leave Roma now, we'll come back and do the Italian Cup at a later date, and not have the options available to leave and basically potentially spend the final 2 years of our contract in Rome fighting to win the Champions League that we're not going to win with Roma at the moment anyway, fighting for the Italian Cup, which we could lose twice. Now, it's a difficult situation, right? Because I love managing Roma. I wanted to win everything with Roma. Fuck's sake. I wanted to win everything with Roma before we left. It's been ruled out. Thank God for that. I've had to go now anyway. I wanted to win something with Roma before we left, basically. But at the same time, we may not get another chance to manage a big club this quickly into the save. You know, we're coming to the end of season 1. To move to Barcelona early on, the only concern I do have, it might kill the save. But then it also might not, because we're going to be up there with PSG, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Man City, Real Madrid competing for the Champions League, right? So I would love to win it with an underdog, and there's nothing stopping us coming back to Roma later again in the save in 6 or 7 years' time, having completed everything we need to do, and then come back to Roma and challenge for the Champions League. Maybe win it, maybe not. Love the squad we've built, but it is not quite where I want it to be. Offensively, it's fine. Defensively, it's not. I have no issues in terms of us. Will we get the money spending in some way? I absolutely think we will. But again, I've got that little grit between my teeth of actually Barca are a huge club. I could go in Pedri and Lewandowski and whatnot, fix the defense a little bit, in 1 or 2 other additions. Great, they've got Gavi as well. They've got such a young, promising side, but a mixture of the balance of youth and experience. One of the best strikers in the world. as Tammy Abraham misses that chance. One of the best strikers in the world in Lewandowski. An opportunity for us to really, really fight for those elite trophies. And also, not only that, we win the league and we win the Copa del Rey in the first season. Spain is done. So at that point, even if we don't win the Champions League, we could leave Barcelona halfway through a season for a Bayern Munich or, I don't know, someone along those lines. We could leave halfway through the season and not have to worry about kind of actually, you know, are we leaving a club that we need to finish winning trophies at? We could go in Barcelona, knock out the transfer window in the first year, loads of changes, make basically a more enhanced version of what I've been trying to create with Roma. Go in, win the league in the first year, leave, and then at that point, kind of, you know, we could be at Barcelona for 6 months after the first season, 3 months after the first season, whatever. But we will be at getting, Tammy. We will be able to leave then for any club in Europe at any point, Dortmund, Bayern, PSG, whatever becomes available, we could leave for and not have to worry that, oh, we've got to come back to Spain. Because we're going to that kind of club. I don't want to manage in England yet. I just don't. There's no jobs available in France. And I'm not saying we have to leave, right? I'd be happy to stay at Roma for another year. But also, the whole idea of a glory hunter is to win everything as quickly as possible. And winning it at Barcelona is going to give me, or moving to Barcelona is going to give me such a good chance of doing that. In 2 years, we can have the Italian League done, the Europa League done, the Spanish Cup and Spanish League done. At that point, we're missing the Champions League and the Conference League for Europe. We're missing the international trophies, and we're missing one domestic cup in Italy, and then 3 other leagues and 3 other cups. At that point, we put ourselves in a great position 2 years into a save. You know, and I just don't know where to go with it. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now. We're 1-0 up against Leipzig, which is great. Ideally, we need to finish this game 3 or 4-0 up for me to be comfortable going into the second leg away from home as Klosterman hits the post twice. Come on, boys. The red card's the only highlight of the second half. We come away with a 1-0 win from the home leg. Not convinced it's enough. I'm not convinced it's enough. But we're going to have to wait and see. I'll catch you guys for the second leg of the Leipzig game if we get an interview, and there you go. So, never mind. We didn't make the shortlist. Hey ho, we move on to the next one, but maybe next time. So, we beat Sampdoria 4-1 in our game since the last leg of the Europa League. Look at that, 3 clean sheets in a row before the Sampdoria game. We're getting dangerously close towards the end of the season now. I am going to play the Leipzig game, then play the Inter Milan game. However, the league's got interesting. AC Milan dropped points. Lazio dropped points. So not only are we 4 points clear, we're 4 points clear with a game in hand with 8 games to go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is all kicking off. It's just all kicking off. I cannot believe it. We're going into the next game against Leipzig. We just need to keep a clean sheet. Keep a clean sheet, we're through. No problem. Like I said at the beginning, or like I said maybe before the game, whatever, the Barcelona job never materialised in the end. So we're here with Roma. We're here to stay, at least for now. And the focus is on getting through in the Europa League to the semi-final, where it looks like we're going to play Sevilla. Who are now managed by Enrique, of all people. And hopefully, you know, if we go out here in the Europa League, if we go out here, 1, I'll be bitterly disappointed, but 2, there's probably only going to be 2 more episodes left of the season, maybe 1 before the end of the season. So we may have the first season wrapped up we'll definitely have it wrapped up by the end of December and potentially be on to a new club. We'll see what happens. Obviously, there's a lot of decisions. It looks like Barcelona are going to go with Thomas Tuchel. Just down to a lack of silverware. Obviously, if we can win the Europa League and the league this season, it puts a good omen on ourselves, but I'm not feeling confident, if I'm honest. And there's the equaliser from Leipzig, 11 minutes in. The tie goes level, and at this point, it's just going to be a fight to the death, to be honest. I need us to have the same aggression, same commitment, same desire we had, which came away with a 5-3 win against Dortmund in Germany. And we have that same commitment and same desire. We should go through here against Leipzig. But again, it's just about consistency, a lot of it, to be honest. And, you know, we beat Sampdoria 4-1, but conceded a stupid goal. Beat Salernitano, whoever it was, 7-1, but conceded a stupid goal. And ultimately, when it comes to the decision makers in games like this, all those stupid goals you concede over the course of the season will come back to bite you in the arse in terms of confidence, in terms of ability. And it's just a bit of a concern, to be honest with you. Tammy, not where I would have passed the ball. That's why I'm not a professional player, I guess. Sabitzer, man, just absolutely twat that into the corner, and it's 1-1. Half time then, 1-0 to Leipzig. Do you know what? We're not even playing that badly, to us. We haven't had, maybe the Sabitzer chance was the best chance in the first half, but we've not been battered. We've not been peppered, which is good. I think once we score once, I think we'll be okay. I don't think Leipzig will find their way back in. I think if they get the second goal, I think that's where we might struggle. Shocking, man. And terrible from Nkunku, but absolutely woeful defending from us. I'm going to attempt to focus. And now they're pissed off at me. Well, you should have been focused then, shouldn't you? Freiburg are beating Man United. I don't know what the score was in the first leg of that, but that's interesting. Nkunku. All into the bot. All banned. All right. I'm fuming, man. I'm fuming. The tie's been there for the taking the whole game. They've not been particularly great. And we've just not been what I'd expect us to be honest with you. Not what I've expected us to be at all. Yeah. As that Chelsea fan that used to go viral would say, there's no aggression, there's no passion, there's no commitment, and whatever else he used to say. That's how I feel in this game, to be honest. I don't really feel like there's been, you know, it's not one of those games I look at and say, oh yeah, we've battered them. It's not one of those games I look at and say, oh, they've battered us. It's the game I look at and say, do you know what? If the players have been a bit switched on, you know, we'd be going through here. And it's just frustrating me that that actually isn't the case. Because we've got more than enough quality in our team. You know, we've just come off the back of a 4-1 win. Again, at Gakpo, what are you doing, man? Passes like that are just shocking. Not good enough at all. Yeah, and I don't even think they've got don't foul him. Oh, for fuck's sake, you had one job. I said don't foul him, not, oh, let's hack him down. Right. Gakpo's coming off. He's been shit. El Shawari. I'm going to go kind of like a 4-4-2. In fact, you know what? Yeah, fuck, I'm going to go for 4. I've not utilised Belotti really at all this season so far. I'm going to go for a 4-4-2. I'm just going to go for it now because I just... My hair actually looks a mess sticking out of this hat. Please, Timo, do us a favour. And this goalie just kind of like goes, really actually dive properly. Can't believe it. They have not been better than us, really and truly. I don't feel like 3-1 really reflects how we played. But we're going to crash out of the Europa League, guys, and I can only but apologise. But it does mean that we're, you know, the business end of the season is coming now, and we're going to have to make some decisions because it's just not where we want to be at all, to be honest with you. Not where we want to be at all. So then, we played after the disappointing loss to Leipzig. We beat Spezia 6-1 and beat Verona 3-0. Inter Milan up next. Then in the final episode of the season, you'll see me play Napoli, and you'll probably see me play the last home game of the season, just so you guys can see me lift the trophy. Yeah, it's been a long season. It's been an entertaining season. I've got like 4 episodes to edit. I'm still recording this on the 1st of December, right? So it's still, you can see my beautiful darling girlfriend's face. Thursday, 1st of December, it's now 3 o'clock. I started recording at 10 a.m. So I've been recording for 5 hours straight, and I've still got one more episode to go after this. And then you'll see these all over the course of December. And then I'll have a think about what's going to happen at the end of the season. Are we going to change clubs? Are we going to stay? I am probably going to stay. We've taken Roma back to the Champions League. That's where we wanted to get them back to, which is great. We'll have won the league, which is great. We can sit there and look at clubs, you know, like I was saying in either the last episode or one of the episodes I've recorded today, about robbing the clubs that are not finished in a good position. You know, I want to move Pellegrini maybe further forward. I think he flourishes further forward, as you can tell by the fact we've just scored. He flourishes further forward, and I think I want to bring in a more composed roaming playmaker. I still want to stick with the roaming playmaker, but I think his lack of defensive awareness is the reason why we concede some of the goals we do. Harry Winks scoring for Sampdoria, interesting. You know, but Inter Milan potentially, there's a couple of players there. Sassuolo, a couple of players there, a couple of players at Juve as well. So there's options for sure. You know, Milan, if they don't get Champions League football, there's options there as well, as Lorato Martinez equalises. So there's so many options of what we can do in the summer. It's going to be a big transfer window for sure. I don't really know where I want to improve. Maybe the central players. I think I want to move Zaniolo back out wide permanently, put Pellegrini as the Mazzala, and then bring in a new Roman playmaker. I think they're the changes I want to make. That gives me Berardi for rotation. Potentially Chiesa. I don't know where he is, actually. I'm not going to click off his wireless one. I don't know where Chiesa is. I thought he was at Juve, but apparently not. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. Half time, 1-1. Come on, boys. Big second half needed, please. I want to wrap this title up as soon as possible, man. As soon as possible so we can sing Champions. I'm not going to start singing it yet because I don't want to jinx it. The ball, Pellegrini. Tammy Abraham. Cut it across. That'll do. Domenico Berardi off the post. Get the rebound, man. Get the rebound, bro. Another injury. You're having a laugh. Right, he scored a sick goal last time we played. The points are shared then at the San Siro. 1-1. Not been a great episode, to be honest with you. The games in between have been better than the main games. We're looking. Let me. So 8 games to go. We're 5 points clear of Lazio. As long as we don't lose to Napoli, we should be fine, to be honest. I don't see us dropping points in the other games. Not enough to derail the season anyway. In terms of 84 goals scored, 29 conceded. Not the end of the world. We've got by far and away better goal difference than everybody else. Quarter-final knockouts. It's been an interesting season, let's say. So we can still finish 9th, so hope we don't. But I'll catch you guys for the final episode, next episode, where it's decision day. Can we win the title, yes or no? You'll find out in the next episode. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.